The system is panicking. Everywhere you look, headlines, politicians, CEOs, they're all saying the same thing. Nobody wants to work anymore. They call it laziness. They call it entitlement. They say the younger generation is soft, spoiled, and allergic to hard work. But they're lying. In 2026, people are not refusing to work. They are refusing to be exploited. And that distinction is the most important economic truth of our time. Welcome to LEBA versus the system. Today, we're exposing the real reason millions of people across the US, UK, Canada, Europe, and Australia are quietly checking out of traditional work and why the system is terrified of what's happening. If you've ever felt exhausted even when you're doing everything right, if you've ever asked yourself, why am I killing myself for this, then this video is going to hit you hard. Let's destroy the lies. For most of modern history, there was a basic deal. Work hard and life gets better. You could get a job, buy a house in your 20s or 30s, support a family on one income, have job security, a pension, and retire with dignity. That deal is dead, and the people in power don't want you to understand why. The first brutal truth: work stopped paying enough to live on. Worker productivity has exploded over the last 45 years, up more than 65% in the US alone. Workers are producing far more value than ever before, yet real wages for the bottom 80% have barely moved. In many countries, real wages are actually lower than they were 15, 20 years ago when you adjust for inflation and cost of living. Where did all that extra value go? To the top. CEO pay went from 30 times the average worker in the 1970s to over 350 times today. Corporate profits are at record highs. Executive compensation is obscene. Shareholders are richer than ever. But the people doing the actual work, they get crumbs. This is not laziness. This is mathematics. The second brutal truth: the security bargain completely collapsed. Previous generations accepted lower pay in exchange for stability, job for life, pension, health care, predictable hours. That security is gone. Today, we have zero-hour contracts, gig economy, independent contractors with no benefits, no sick pay, no holiday pay, and no stability. Employers get all the flexibility, workers get all the risk. Why would any rational person give their life to a system that takes everything and gives back almost nothing? The third brutal truth: work has become psychologically unbearable. The smartphone destroyed the boundary between work and life. You're expected to answer emails at 11 p.m. and be available on weekends, all for the same stagnant salary.
Burnout, anxiety, and depression now account for over half of work-related illness in many countries. People are not refusing to work. They are refusing to slowly kill themselves for employers who don't care if they live or die. The system calls this a laziness epidemic. We call it a reckoning. People have finally realized the game is rigged. Hard work no longer guarantees a better life. It often guarantees exhaustion, debt, and quiet desperation. So what should you do? Stop giving your life to a broken system. Start thinking like LLEBA. Protect your time, your energy, and your future. Build skills that can't be easily replaced. Create multiple income streams. Value your freedom over fake status. The people who will thrive in the coming years are not the hardest workers. They are the smartest ones who refuse to play a game designed to keep them enslaved. If this video is making you angry in the right way, comment "I refuse to be exploited" below. Like if you want more people to wake up from the work matrix. Subscribe to LLEBA versus the system and turn on notifications because we don't sugarcoat reality. We expose the system, break it down, and show you how to beat it. In the next video, we go even deeper into how to escape the 9-to-5 trap in 2026. You've been warned. The old deal is dead.
A new game has begun. This is LLEBA versus the system. Stay dangerous, stay awake, protect your life.